So the SSI issue that I chose to do was global warming, or climate change. Sorry, I'm old. Sometimes global warming still gets stuck in my head. Um, but global climate change, to me, is one of the biggest problems facing the world in general. I know there's other issues out there for sure, but to me, that seems to be something that we need to tackle headlong into. Kind of the reasons why I chose what I did kind of gets into number 4 a little bit, but this often presents a lot of barriers, a lot of worry, a lot of fear mongering, in my opinion, from both sides of the aisle. So my goal here is to take away some of the fear, the worry, or the dread of global climate change and try to bring it to them in a very scientific-y, a very precise manner. Science and engineering practice I chose to do this with was the graphing stuff once again. I think it is the best way to show them what's going on is data. Now, data is all well and good, but if you don't know how to interpret it, how to look at it, how to extrapolate out what it's telling us, then it does us no good whatsoever. So, really worked on trying to help them demystify graphs, demystify data sets into something small, manageable, and understandable. And I understand that I'm not going to get them all. I'm not going to change everybody's mind either that day or even at once. But if they have the ability to look at a set of information, data, graphs in this case, and try to see what it's saying, try to understand what they're looking at. Also in the activity, we do funding research, who funded it, and also are they the only ones doing it? Is this the only one with data on the topic, or are there multiple sources, multiple sites, multiple things that have information on it? So, we really want to make sure that the data that we're looking at is not only good data, but we want to make sure that it is also supported by other data. We can't just look at one thing or the other and say, yep, this is it, this is the definitive study, that kind of thing. So really trying to get them to not only look at data and try to interpret it, but also make sure that the data that they're looking at is accurate, fair, and truly presented in a scientific manner, not slanting one way or slanting this way or slanting that way. And the barriers, like I said before, the barriers will be a lot, but I'm okay with that. I feel like tackling problems head on as opposed to trying to skirt around them. I'm sure we'll get some blowback from parents that say, you're trying to force some ideology down my child's throat, things of that nature. And I've always met any of that with a smile and an explanation. I feel like if you meet somebody with quality teaching strategies and why you're doing what you're doing, they might not like it, but they're not going to raise as much cane as if you didn't have any support or understanding or reasoning to why you were doing that. So this class has been a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. And yep, have a good day.